right, here we go. So it is week 5. June 1st is today. Another Saturday. It is, gosh, I cannot believe it's already June. It's June and summer is right around the corner. So it's great. So today I got to do something a little bit different that I haven't done in the last couple of weeks. I went to a party. I'm actually just sitting outside of the party now. It wasn't anything crazy. It was a work party. So my manager threw a party for us to mingle because we have so many people that are new on our team that she wanted to do like a party where all of us could get to know each other. So that was really fun. It was kind of nice to see people be more candid compared to what we do at work. So it was really nice seeing everyone. I actually worked right beforehand and just drove straight over. I made a cake, 2 cakes actually. They're called this is not I didn't say this was a kid's channel, but they're called Better Than Sex Cake or Better Than Everything Cake. It's German chocolate cake, and then you put, like evaporated milk and whipped cream on top and Heath bars smashed up on top. I made a couple of those, super yummy. I didn't have any, but I really wanted to because I'm, in the middle of a weight loss journey. So it was great. It was great to see everyone. A lot of good food, a lot of barbecue. Perfect for where we are, but in, city-wise. I have kind of been running through questions with myself this week to figure out, kind of evaluating my last couple videos to figure out really what my full goal is. I know I'm 5 weeks into it, so it seems like the weird kind of time to figure this out, but also considering that this is going to be a really long period, the first year is probably the best time, in the first couple is probably the best time to figure out what my actual goal is with this. I know I've said that the last couple, but I think throughout these weeks I'm still figuring out what the ultimate goal is. Really just kind of living, I think. So I had to really have a kind of come to Jesus with myself, figuring out, okay, so this whole time, every video, I start off with, hey, it's this day, and guess what? I just got back from work. And I don't really feel like it's a bad thing. I think it's more of just a thing that's happening. Like, that's just where I am in life right now. So having a day where I'm just working, it makes sense. Like, that's what I'm doing right now with my life. So I'm fine with that. I'm fine with the fact that I'm kind of just taking life as it goes. I don't do as much, fun things as the average person, of course. I don't know. I think I'm just in the phase of my life where I'm just working, still trying to find from the next one step to another where I am in life. So I'm kind of fine with that. I say kind of fine because, I wish I was doing more, but I don't know. I feel like for a long time I've been, because this isn't new, I've been content with just this, of just working, just fine. But recently I've been more and more, especially with how, losing the weight, it's been kind of a journey of finding out like, oh, there is more things that I want to do, and I have more motivation in wanting to do them. It was weird. I had a kind of a weird moment today where things kind of look different. So as someone who's, bigger, I'm at 200. Today, I checked, I'm 225 pounds. So I've lost 40 some pounds at this point. It's noticeable for the first time. I think at first when you start losing weight, people notice it where they're like, oh, are you losing? But recently, the weirdest one was today. I have made different rules in my life to kind of help, start a new lifestyle. So anytime there's stairs I need to use, I always use them. I did it today and it felt different. I got to the top and it wasn't like, you usually have that like, oh, I'm out of breath feeling, especially when you're bigger. I got to the top and I didn't have like as intense of a feeling as before. Usually I get up and I'm like, kind of out of breath, but today was different. I was like, wow, okay, so I'm making a difference. That 40 pounds is really feeling good, so I'm going to keep going. I have goals for, really more weight goals. I have different hobbies that I wanted to do and have always kind of wanted to incorporate into my life. And now I have them, just saying it like that of, oh, I've always wanted to. I have set up, different like goal weights that I will be able to do those things. And not that I am going to do those, because, I can't just keep saying, I want to do this one day. It's not a part of motivation. It's not a part of drive. So yeah, I'm really starting to see a difference in my life, and I hope that those changes keep happening. I hope that they help with my confidence, because I know that that's another reason why I don't exert myself out into the world like I want to. And I especially don't exert myself when it comes to really much of anything. I'm a comfortable person. Once I find something that once I find something that I'm comfortable with, once I get into a groove where things start to feel kind of normal, that's where I guess choose to be. So I really want to break out of that and explore kind of the world around me, even if it is just the world around me. Just wanting to be more adventurous in those fronts. So that's really it for this week. I had a class, that class I talked about last week. I completed that. It was less than I thought it was going to be. Usually there's a quiz component during the course, but that didn't happen. Instead, it was really basic. We did our modules while we were there, and then we just left. They said that we would, get our certification in a couple weeks. So that's what I'm waiting for. That said, I am neglecting one of my jobs, the teaching job. I'm still the tutor, but I haven't really been able to do tutoring sessions recently. I'm going to change the way I said that. I would if I worked it around my other work schedules. So, I was working basically, all day these last couple days, but I would say I have 5 to 9 open every day. So I could have done shifts for tutoring during those times, and I didn't. So this week, it is the week that I'm starting my new job, but I'm going to let my manager know at at the school that I am able to do tutoring this week, even if it's later. I am really excited because I also have something else that I'm adding into my life. So going back to wanting to get back into, other things that I enjoyed or things that I've tried that I want to incorporate into my life more regularly. I am doing an orientation to volunteer at a museum. So I'm really excited for that. It's a war museum, so I think it's really cool, especially since during COVID I got really into historical research. And it's kind of stupid to say it's not really, I didn't have to, but kind of a fun hobby that I had was doing research papers on a subject that I enjoyed. So just giving myself the you have to do a 10-page paper about this subject. It has to be, MLA format, those sorts of things. So I wrote a couple, and now I get to go and work or volunteer at an area that has those things that I enjoy. So I'm really excited for Tuesday for that. That's really it. Not really other things going on this week. Still working. New job is starting. So still working there. Just in a different area. I'm going to keep up with my other stuff like normal. The next couple weeks I have, both weekends I'm not working either Saturdays because I have things coming up. I'm working this Saturday. I'm going to try to pick up a couple hours just so that I can, say I did something. But I have something fun planned with a friend. I haven't seen him in forever. He's one of my best friends in the whole entire world. And I keep saying, we keep trying to find a time when the two of us can just meet and hang out. So I'm forcing a day and a time that I'm we've said that we're going to meet up the last 2 months. This is the day we're meeting, and we're going to go see a movie. There's an anniversary for a movie coming out, so I'll tell you more about that when we actually go. Last thing, that actually reminded me of what I just said. I remember I started this saying this was just a video diary that was for me. and no one else necessarily had to watch it. Yet I find that when I do talk to the camera, it is assuming it can be assumed that I'm speaking to someone. With the way, I think with the way I use my words, it all sounds like I'm talking to someone that's not me later. It's just anyone. So I don't feel, again, like it's a bad thing that I speak that way, because I'm just speaking. I think it's just how I am, or how I want to speak, or just how it is. So I'm going to keep that up, even though I still like the mindset of, like, this is something I could look back at later. But I also am aware that this is on a public website. So if anyone finds it, then hello, you find it. Yeah, that's really it. Last thing, it's not really a big thing, but in case it comes up again later, this week I have been obsessed with a song, that $1 Million Baby song. I have been listening to it so much this week. I asked a friend today at work, I'm like, oh, have you heard this song? I love it so much. She's like, yeah, it's a TikTok thing. So it's now come to me. I think it's always kind of been apparent, but anything that is famous now or big, I think it should just be assumed that it's a TikTok thing, because it seems that's kind of what dictates, what's popular for either a long period or short period of time. So yeah, if anyone loves that song or anyone listens to it, it's been one of my really guilty pleasures as I'm driving. I have a playlist that I listen to, and it likes to jump around. It's like a radio station. It'll always pop up to that song as I'm driving. I'm like, I'm gonna listen to this for the rest of the drive, one more time, all the time. So that's it. That's been my week. So week 6 will be coming up, and we'll talk about it then.